you walked to the mailbox on that bright summer's day. My great-grandma lived to be about 100 years old. She had 3 sons in World War II. And a few years ago, after she passed away, we were going through the attic and we found these letters that her sons had written to her when they were in World War II. It wasn't until I went back and read the letters and learned who they were when they were 18 and 19 years old, just scared kids writing home. And so I thought, man, that needs to be a song. The Army heard it and called and said, man, we want to make a video of that song because we think it'll be pretty encouraging to the soldiers overseas. We've done, played at the Pentagon, which was a cool thing, and we did a tour of Army bases around. We just did a show in Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio. I'll never forget it. There's 10,000 airmen. I started singing this, and I didn't know it, but they watched this every week. It's a big deal for them to watch this, and so I thought, it's not going to be a song that they know. And as soon as I started playing it, 10,000 of them were singing the song louder than I was. So I just stopped singing, just let them sing it. So it was pretty awesome. She wrote every night as she prayed. Late in December. This is a book, Letters from War. So what we found out was this. This book was the song Letters from War I wrote about my great-grandfather and his brothers that were in War II. And after I came back from the Lackland Air Force Base and had 10,000 guys singing my song to me, I was like, you know what? This is a great generation. World War II was a great generation, but the guys that are over there fighting right now, that's another great generation. And I think our history will be reflected in this war that we're in. I mean, I think we'll always look back on this time. And so I thought, man, it'd be great to rewrite this thing and kind of center it on Iraq and Afghanistan. I would say more than anything, two things that I found is helpful is when you see soldiers in the airport or you see them around town or whatever, just to say thanks. Sometimes people clam up around them and just kind of walk around them and don't say anything because it's kind of awkward. They don't know what to say. But man, they appreciate a handshake and just tell them thank you for what you're doing. And man, in the planes, I'll tell you what, guys in first class getting up and giving the soldiers first class seats, or just the other day we were getting on a flight and it was full and there were soldiers just waiting to go stand by, and 4 or 5 guys just said, hey man, I'm gonna see my family. I've seen them all month. You haven't seen your family in a year and a half, so which is very cool. And as far as the families go, man, if you know a family of a soldier who's overseas, man, just encouragement. She fell to the ground, and down stepped a captain. The Renaissance record is my instrumental record, and my wife and I, we decided we were going to take a year off and went to Europe, traveled, did shows. And she took me to Normandy, and I got to see where my grandfather fought on the beaches of Normandy, and see the crosses of all the guys that had died while they were there. So these melodies start coming out in my head, and I'm like, man, I got to write a song about this. We got to go up into the studio and record all these songs in the studio in Florence, Italy. Sun's going down over the city and bringing the strings and do the whole thing. And I was like, man, this is a memory. I called it Renaissance because we were in Italy and in Florence, and I felt a little bit for me as a songwriter. It was kind of a new direction, kind of a rebirth for me to go into an instrumental, and so it's beautiful. We can put the sunrise in there if you can see that. It's nice.